Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is one of the most disappointing days of the year for me so far. Today, I did not trade as well as I could have traded. I did break some rules along the way, got a little too, overzealous, a little too excited, gave back profits, and towards the end of the day, it's gonna happen again, but for a different reason. I'm gonna try the dips, and I do size down, but not enough, and I go from green 300 to down $23 on this stock here. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It was one of the other ones. But yeah, it was a rough day. We're ending green 500, but we must have lost $1,000 along the way, and so it's not good efficiency today. This could have been a day of up 1,200 if we were a little bit better, and you know that's the goal. So tomorrow, well, rather Monday, when I come back in, I'm gonna make sure to study up. I'm gonna do my due diligence, and by the way, for those of you who are members, stay tuned. Tonight I will release the recordings from this week. I believe at least 3 days will be up for you guys to check out. So yeah, let's jump right into this beautiful, but also a little dreadful recap. So stock BBAI, it gave an impressive move. It gave an impressive move. We went from lows around 377 up to a high of 590. And in terms of percentage, let's see if we can get that calculated here. That was about 63%, so pretty impressive for BBAI. This stock, though, I did not have my attention on it, let's say, from start to finish. There were other opportunities, other stocks, and so this one I came along as it got up there to a high around 445 for the daily candle to make the new high over the range that we traded from a few days ago. And it did work out pretty well. It came up, it pulled back initially, good bottoming wick here. For those of you who are specialized in those longer hold times, I definitely see a lot of you guys getting long down here, especially since we have two bottoming wicks towards VWAP, and you probably held this thing all day into this move up. For me, I came along as we had the incline here. If we look on the 1 minute, and this is why I'm saying I could have done better on this one as well. BBAI, beautiful green candles there. I don't really get to capitalize. And then again over here into the afternoon, it does pull away a little bit. Not huge green candles, but we're steady grinding, right? And so there were opportunities on this one. We could have done a better job. Moving on, stock BGXX, small loss here. It squeezed up. This one squeezed up, and I believe I attempted to trade in this area, but just didn't get to see the follow through. Ended up getting chopped out. It was worth a shot though. Moving on, GE and E. We are green 234 on this stock, but this is one of the ones that we mentioned we gave back profit. So initially in this first few green candles here, I was able to get myself up 270. Quickly gave it back on this pullback here and this drop off as well, and didn't really get to retain the gains like how I needed to. By the way, let's make sure we pull up our 5 minute. Yeah, we didn't get to retain the gain as well as we would have wanted to, and so we got frustrated. But in the moment, I told myself, hey, remember, the cool, calm, collected trader is a trader who in the end will be victorious. And so I had to calm down myself. And a lot of times you guys will never really notice these things, but in my head, from what I'm thinking, it's like, oh man, you just were up 270, now you're red 130. But luckily it does come back up again, and over here is where I'm able to make back the losses. So, GENE, I'm grateful for the green, but it definitely could have been a little bit more clean. And pre-market, we had our eyes on it. We're watching for the ABCD. Can we break over 188? Can we continue higher? And it at least gave an opportunity. PXMD and HSCS are the last two. So HSCS, this is the one where I'm going to go from green 300 to down 27. And this all happened towards 1 p.m. right before the lunch hour. So, earlier in the day, it's going to attempt to red to green. We tried it over here. We didn't quite get to see too much success. And so I was watching this like a hawk. I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling like, man, it's looking good. You know, we are kind of wedging in here, right? And we can draw the wedge a little tighter. We are wedging in here, right? So I'm keeping an eye. I'm keeping an eye. And, you know, it just starts to rip. It gains volume. So I saw it the moment it started to happen, right on this candle here. I'm already watching it. So it's quite disappointing to not see myself up a fair amount, considering I traded the front side, which gave us, we'll start it here, you know, what is this? 39% move, you know? So a little disappointing. 39% move and no follow through. Well, on my P&L at least, you know. So it's a beautiful break, and the dip is where I really gave back a lot of the gains. I'm trying to see where the bottom is gonna be. It looks good here. It flushes down, chops me out. So, you know, it's one of those things where if I had reduced size to a little bit, you know, lower quantity, I would have been able to retain the earnings, because it takes a few losses for me to say, hey, let's step back. And the share size doesn't really matter, right, in terms of the quantity there. So let's say, hey, I take 3 losses with 1,500 shares. After the third loss is when I'll say, hey, I need to ease off. Same thing, if I'm using just 300 shares, after that third loss is where I'm going to say, hey, I need to ease off. So I needed to reduce size faster and give myself more of a chance, because I could have eased off with a lot more profits left in my pockets. And so, you know, I was still up 80 bucks at the end of it. I believe I'm going to give it one more chance. I think it was over here, and it absolutely blazes me, and then I go flat. Well, I'll go red. Last stock of the day, and you know, this one did continue. It's worth mentioning. It did continue a little higher despite chopping me out. Later on, it curled up, and you know, and then it pulled back. PXMD. This was another one that I was grateful for. Another ABCD pattern that started in pre-market and attempted the break of the pre-market highs, or let's say midpoint during the open. We go from red to green, and as it pushes up right here, I get involved and I start to attack it. I start to attack it early. I traded the first pullback here below, right above VWAP. We had a low of 75 and then 75 again, double bottom. It pushes up to 95. It offered opportunity there. We then pushed up to 407, and from there we did sell off. But you know, you guys know opportunity cost. Today was a day where we had multiple stocks moving at the same time, and you know, sometimes when you blink, you miss it, right? You're watching at one stock, the other one goes without you, and it is frustrating at times. But what are you gonna do? You know, you got to keep your focus. For example, RSLS in other news, right? Other stocks, RSLS did go from a low of 1156 to 21, and I did not even touch this one. We also had VINO, which was continuation, curled up, red to green, into a halt, opens up higher, dips, rips. So with all the action and opportunities today, you know, sometimes you're going to just miss trades, and it's part of what it is. Even now on the scans, I'm missing trades. QBTS, you know, let's take a quick look. QBTS, yeah, not heavy on volume, but still moved up a little bit. So yeah, you know, it's what it is. It's part of the deal, and the only thing we can do is, you know, look forward to being better for the next day. So you know, we're gonna study up here over the weekend. I am excited for this weekend. It should be a fun weekend, and you know, we'll see how things go next week. So take it easy, guys. Stay safe, stay green, and hit that thumbs up button once again. If you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel, and of course turn on notifications. You guys can check out the links down below for Momo Pro if you're interested in a scanner. You can also, of course, check out our Discord, which is a chat room service. Mine happens to be completely free, and that conversation will continue there over the weekend. So check out there the Discord, check out the Instagram and Facebook pages as well. And you know, remember guys, disclaimer, day trading is risky. You know, it's hard out here, so make sure you're managing your risk every day. Do not try to copy me. Remember that my results are not typical, right? Trading is risky. Also, be careful of the impersonators, the fake Relentless trader accounts fake Relentless traders that are on Discord, um, you know, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube comments, and other scammers in general. So watch out, guys. I will never ask you for money. I do not invest money for my subscribers. Also, I will never ask you for personal information. So stay safe, stay green, and I'll catch you guys over the weekend in some videos.